Hi, I'm here in the Dumbo neighborhood of Brooklyn at the offices of Tattly, a startup that works with designers and artists to create cool-looking temporary tattoos. In fact, I've already put one on myself. It's a custom tattoo by Wendy McNaughton. But anyway, we're going to be talking to the Tattly team about why they're built in Brooklyn.
Tattly is a temporary tattoo company that started 3 years ago here in Dumbo, where we license art from professional artists and illustrators and design-centric companies. I had the idea for Tattly when about 3.5 years ago my daughter came home from a birthday party with really hideous temporary tattoos in her goodie bag. And they were a complete insult to my Swiss aesthetic, and I decided I have to either do something about this or stop complaining about these. And 2 months later, Tattly was born.
And so you come from a design background yourself, right?
I'm a trained graphic designer. I used to run my own design studio, but now that Tattly has taken over, that's history. 7 years ago, I started a co-working space here in Dumbo when I still ran my own design studio. And Tattly was born in that space. And luckily, just down the hall where we are right now, a space opened up shortly after we launched, and so I took that over. And ever since, we've just been breaking down walls as the company has been growing. Being a designer and running a design blog, I have been celebrating a lot of illustrators and artists' work for years. So it was very easy for me to find the network that I'm already looking up to. And also, you know, as a designer, I had a lot of designer friends. So the first 16 designs were actually sourced very quickly and very easily just in my network. I just reached out to my friends who are the illustrators and designers, and I asked them, would you be interested in designing for skin? And I didn't realize that that would actually be incredibly interesting because it's like a new canvas. So literally the next day I had designs in my inbox. And then I just got to work being a user interface designer. I designed the website, I asked my friends to build it, and 2 months later we were in business.
I work with the company to expand our horizons a little bit beyond our roster of artists. I work with other brands on custom Tattly, and I work with other companies on perhaps doing collaborations that fit within the Tattly aesthetic. We've done really interesting partnerships with people in the creative industry, to the fashion industry, to tech. So just in terms of basic custom Tattly that we do, we've done everything from custom designs with MakerBot, The Gap, film studios, and museums, and that's just a small chunk of what we've done.
We sell directly on our site to consumers. We sell in over 1,000 stores wholesale, but what has happened as well is like we do a lot of custom as well for big brands that want to have a cool giveaway or want to include it in a book launch, etc.
Warner Brothers, for a film that they released this past summer called If I Stay, we did a 10-city activation with them where we actually traveled to all of the screenings and helped apply the custom Tattly on their fans. So we were there. We're more than just temporary tattoos, we're really kind of a lifestyle brand.
I moved to Brooklyn in 2000, and ever since I've been the unofficial ambassador of Brooklyn. There's no way I would live anywhere else than Brooklyn or start a company other than in Brooklyn. It's really fascinating to see how a neighborhood can change over just a few years. We are currently surrounded by construction sites on every site. We are actually being kicked out of where we are because the building is going condo. And so, but it's all good because I have slowly but surely kind of realized that I think it's time to move on. Dumbo is becoming very residential and very, luxury residential, which is kind of not the vibe I want to be surrounded with, which breaks my heart a bit because Dumbo started out all creative and all artsy. But we're moving to Burham Hill, which is actually very exciting, and to the Invisible Dog in the beginning of April.
What is your favorite spot in Brooklyn?
My favorite spot in Brooklyn is the Brooklyn Heights Promenade. I used to live near there, and it's just epically beautiful.
My absolute favorite spot in Brooklyn is the Invisible Dog Art Center on Bergen Street. The person that runs the Invisible Dog, Lucien Sayan, he just saw the potential of this building that was just sitting empty and has turned it into an artist residency building and a gallery space. I live 4 blocks away from it. My kids love it. Every time we walk by, they want to go in, and it's become sort of a creative hub.
Do you have a favorite Tattly?
I have so many favorite Tattly. Yes, I do. It's the one that says haters gonna hate.
There's actually a few people that we know of that have turned our Tattly designs into real tattoos. but I'm usually not mentioning that because I don't want to be considered a gateway drug.
We stay really true to why this company was started in the first place, which was really great design. And that's going to be the essence of what is on everybody's skin when they wear a Tattly.
I think there's something to be said to having the team at Tattly or a few people just really defining the tone of a brand and the sort of the aesthetic of a brand. While a lot of people have been suggesting we should take on the threadless model, I personally want to stay away from that.
We are doing our best to just innovate in our own true way.
I think of Tattly as a company that uses tech to get to the consumer, but at the end of the day, we're a creative product company.